Hola, quisiera estudiar artes culinarias en una de las escuelas más reconocidas en Canadá. Bueno, acompáñame que hoy te estaré llevando a el restaurante de una de las escuelas culinarias más reconocidas en Canadá y en Toronto. Acompáñame. George Brown es uno de los colleges que se caracteriza o es muy famoso por su escuela de artes culinarias. Y estoy en el restaurante de George Brown que está cruzando el campus y atrás de mí están todos los estudiantes que están en diferentes programas de artes culinarias. Esto es parte de su formación, es parte de su enseñanza. Y como estudiante internacional también les pagan, bueno, también es parte de su enseñanza, pero también ganan al momento de que están aquí trabajando en el restaurante exclusivo de George Brown. Y bueno, vamos a las entrevistas. ¿Estás listo? Estoy con Benji y le voy a hacer una entrevista, va a ser en inglés porque es un estudiante internacional. Hi Benji,
Hi.
so you're an international student
Yes, I
of
am.
George Brown,
Yes.
and what program are you taking?
I'm currently studying the Culinary Management Integrated Work Learning course, which is the H116.
Okay, and how long is that program?
The program is a 2-year course, but we do not have any summer breaks, so
Okay.
we graduate in about 1 year and 4 months.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. And you're originally from?
From India, from
From
Mumbai
India.
in India.
Oh, that's awesome. And
Yeah.
how is life as an international student
Uh,
in Toronto?
Yeah, life as an international student it's fun. You experience new cultures, new life. Weather is very different, and then it comes to all the hardships that come with being a student out here, because it's definitely a lot more expensive, but you're doing everything on your own, right? Like taxes, you're working, house chores, etc. So it's mixed, but then you learn to grow as an individual in this entire phase.
Yes, that's correct. Yes.
Yeah.
So I was an international student too of George
Yeah.
Brown, and it just opens up your horizon. Like you see things in a different way.
That's
and,
true. That's true.
Yes, and how is like the cost of living in Toronto? Like I know like Toronto's a little bit like
Correct.
pricey, and especially for international students,
Correct.
like it's a challenge. Like it's not easy to
It is-
save
that's true, that's true.
Or to come to Canada.
Yeah.
And so how do you are managing your expenses?
Ooh, that's a tough question. So I think if you cut down on your leisure activities and leisure spending, if you have a job that pays decently well, I think along with your GIC, it's good enough to support you. But then you have to live like a student and not lavish, because then you wouldn't be able to support yourself. And keeping that in mind, yes, there's inflation, rent is really high in prime downtown, but as you move further away, like Scarborough, East York, North York, and that kind of areas, the rent does move significantly lower,
That's correct.
by at least 50% or something.
Yes, when I was here an international student, I had to share an apartment with another like 3 girls.
Correct.
That way we could
That's how it is.
save
That's how
money
it
and
is.
being able to, because rent is like the highest expense. Like
Correct.
the other ones like food, you can,
Yeah.
and especially if you're here, maybe you can get like maybe you don't spend that
That's
much
true,
in
that's true.
food, but
And we cook, because we're chefs, so we
yes,
cook.
yes, but rent is like the most expensive
Correct.
ticket item in the list that
Yeah.
you have when you're an international
true.
student. Yes, and when you here in the restaurant, in the George Brown restaurant,
Yeah.
like do you guys like do you get paid for, or this is just a class that you're
so-
taking and practicum?
That's a good question. So actually, when you look at academics, you're normally in class studying and learning, right? But this course puts you in a place where you're studying and learning in a very practical environment. So rather than you going out of the college and working, when they say, normally they say that you learn a lot more with hands-on experience. So this is what the college provides you with. As an internship for 4 months in this particular course, you do 7 weeks in a student-run cafeteria and 7 weeks out here, where again it's hands-on experience confined to people who want to mentor you, like the chefs here, the chefs back in the cafe, and then from here you move on to an externship where you get paid.
Like co-op. The co-op.
Exactly
yes,
a co-op.
the
Exactly a
co-op.
co-op.
And then in co-op, then you
Exactly.
Then
And
you get paid.
you get paid based on how good you are, where you go for, what kind of job you're looking at. They're
And what
different
type of
factors.
experience also you bring in from back home?
I have been a private chef back home, or rather
Oh,
personal
okay.
chef back home. I've reopened a couple restaurants. So I have a little bit of experience back home for about 4.5-ish years.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, I'm just trying to make my way through Canada and Toronto, just trying to see
Yeah.
what culinary and this country has in store for me.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And I know that some of the programs, like some of the culinary art programs in George Brown, sometimes you get to do like internships abroad, like in Italy or.
Correct.
Is your program has that?
Oh
Or-
no, not my program, but there's another program which is the Italian postgraduate program where they send you foreign. Sorry, it requires you to go for an externship, like we do a co-op in Canada. You can go to Italy as a part of your course, and like an exchange student type of vibes.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. Well, thank you
Yeah.
so much, Benji, for,
Thank you.
for sharing your experiences and all the best. I
Yeah.
hope you get a really good co-op.
Thank you so
and then
much.
you get hired and then like a permanent job.
That's perfect.
That's the best
Yeah.
scenario for any
That's the best,
international
yeah.
student.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Have a good
you.
day.
Thank you too. Hi Simon. Well,
Hi.
thank you so much for giving us the time to interview you.
No problem.
So you mentioned you are an international student from South Korea,
Yes.
and you're taking which program?
I'm taking hotel management operation right now. And actually, like, I learned a lot from the George Brown College. From the hotel management operation right now.
And which year are you taking now? Like, is it first year, second year? You're about to graduate?
It is my last year, so first semester right now.
Oh, good. Nice, nice. And how do you like George Brown? How do you like the program?
So now I'm learning hotel management operation right now. So I learned a lot of things like hospitality problem or hospitality knowledge from the George Brown College. And also like I like the subject that George Brown provided us because like there's so many diverse something to learn in the George Brown College. Yeah, so from that I have like confidence to in the work in the hospitality industry right now.
And do you get paid here, like doing what you're doing, or this is just a class that you're taking?
For me, like front of house, we get a payment from the George Brown College, and also I also work in the other restaurant as well.
Nice, nice. And how is to live in Toronto? How do you manage your expenses? I know like international students, like it's everybody has to save a lot. I was an international student from Latin America, so it's and that's a very frequent question. Like how expensive is to study in Canada? How do you manage your expenses?
Okay, so I think it's really tough question for every international like student. So for me, I work in like two places, chef house in the other restaurants. So from like I gotta pay from like two restaurants. So it's quite help to like pay the rental fee, like student fee, tuition fee, and then every expensive in Canada. And then like fortunately for me, like my parents also help me to attend like George Brown College right now. So it's really helpful for me.
Nice, yeah, that's nice. I thought you have supporting parents.
Yeah.
And I think your industry is very like it's very well paid, especially here in Toronto. Like there are so many restaurants and so many places that you can work and are you gonna do any co-op? Like your program has a co-op portion or
Yeah, so the hotel operation management has a cooperation like externship program. So this chef house is my externship program right now.
Okay, perfect. Okay, well, I wish you all the best in your co-op because that it could be like the stepping stone for the next. And sometimes like the employers hire co-op students. Like
Yeah,
when
right.
I was an international student, I was lucky to be hired by one of my employee in the co-op. So it's so I wish you all the best and thank you so much. For
Thank you
this,
so much. Thank you.
Thank you.